Well, I, like many others in Phoenix, went to the Comicon last weekend. In fact, I still have my lanyard on. I'll explain why there's roaches on it in a minute. On day one, I lugged around this, which I called the Comic-Con Vertible. I do a lot of videos with homemade dolls and put them on YouTube. I made it look like we drove all the way to the Comic-Con. And of course those dolls consist of my Lee Harvey Oswalds, a doll of myself wearing a jacket that I wear in a lot of my videos. This time we had Sam Beckett from Quantum Leap, a little Seth Green, and a disheveled Anderson Cooper. I tossed him in just for shits, but I really wanted them to see Lee. So yeah, I wore this jacket to match the doll of myself, and of course I took one of my Lee Harvey Oswald dolls with me, and we actually got called into one of the Asian ball-jointed doll seminars, and although Lee is not Asian, we touched on his balls and joints briefly. Oh ho ho ho! Okay, that was stupid and bad. You guys want to see the Comic-Con. Okay. But here I am anyway, lecturing in front of people about my homemade dolls, and Lee is sitting in there in that Hello Kitty basket. But that was day one. I do need to give you some sort of background on what we did for day two. And on day two, Saturday, I abandoned that motif and changed into this vulgar suit, which, as you can see, is accessorized with sort of obscene cockroaches. And my friend and I carried these things around. You can see they're kind of large, but we're going for a science fiction movie theme. And of course I brought Lee Harvey Oswald with me again in a different outfit, and the story is here in this little newspaper that I made, just in case, in which little Lee Harvey is a high school student who accidentally, by dicking around in the lab, creates this mutant breed of giant roaches, and then it is in his power to, in turn, find a way to get rid of all the roaches and free the world. And that is via his spoon. Because he is Lee Harvey Oswald, there's only so much he can do when he's that big. I mean, come on. And here we are, of course, in B-movie 1950s science fiction. Question is, what are we really doing with the thing? There's another giant one in the car.
Is there?
Yes.
That's not real.
No, it's not.
No, it's unreal. That was awesome. Thank you.
Oh, yes. He doesn't know what roaches are yet, does he?
No.
Oh, he'll learn.
Yes, he will.
Thank you so much. What's over at this table over here? Yeah, that's some doll you got there. That's Lee Harvey? No, that's Wee Harvey. Lee Harvey, Wee Harvey. It's Wee Harvey. Wee, because he's small. He's hitting me with this spoon. We're at 165?
Yeah, we just lost Barry.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
I don't know.
kind of hard. And, you know, like, you show up to work, and the only costume we have is a sock. In all honesty, I'd rather kiss John than anybody else I've ever kissed because I trust that man. Nice. So John is the man.
You know, time, the right place, and I really enjoy what we do now. I mean, we make a ton of money, and we have trailers, and I mean, it would be very...
Yeah, Lee, I like the carpet pattern too. It's clever. It's like cactus. Yeah, it's kind of neat. Do you want to go see the Japanese ball-jointed doll exhibit? The Japanese ball-jointed doll. Well, you like the carpeting. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, it's cool. Lee Harvey Oswald at Comicon.
One of the other ball-jointed dolls might be hitting on him. I don't know, but we thought of that. Japanese girls. Lee, Japanese, that way. Oh. Okay. But Lee Harvey didn't have to walk. No, all he had to do was stand around and look pretty. But you know what? The thing is that a lot of the people there that were taking our pictures, of course, were looking at the roaches and noticing the vulgar suit and wanting their photos with the roaches first. So for those of you out there who took pictures of us that day, I will be holding this furry little man in my hand. And a lot of people probably already looked at their photos from that day on their computer or sent them to friends. And they're saying, I don't remember that guy carrying a little man around with a spoon. Lee Harvey. So he made his little impression at Comic-Con, didn't you? Mm-hmm. He liked those Japanese girls. Yeah, he oh. And this little tyke really had a look. Even the thing on his shirt is reacting to the roach. He's saying, I'm gonna get ya. I guess I am something of a non sequitur here, covered in roaches, with my Lee Harvey Oswald doll. But anything goes at the Comic-Con. This was $4. Well, actually, I bought two, and it was $6.50.
Oh.
So it was a little less than that.
Why'd you buy two?
And Barry tried to get a pretzel with cheese, and they were out of cheese. And so I think he's just slathered it with mustard, so that you're pretending it's cheese.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the coolest things about this Comic-Con so far that I've seen are the size of those damn restroom signs. Look at that, men and women's. Those are enormous.
But I do, of course, have to reflect on my very favorite photo ops from that day. One of my favorites would be sitting on this public bus stop bench with these guys, as did my lovely friend Susan, here pretending to offer him a stick of gum. But no, I think of all of my favorite photo ops, my favorite one would have to have been this one. A father and son portrait. Father and son, father holding his roach, son holding a Lee Harvey Oswald doll in his hands. A little bit beautiful. And no, I don't know who he was.